Okay, I got a camera set up over here, and then I got this one on the tripod here. We'll see if we can get some footage. What I'm going to make is the next. This is like a pulley. It's actually like a jack shaft. The blade's attached to the top. And I was originally going to have this a press fit. I'm going to change that to a 1032. And the OD of that is 3/8, not what did I have it at? 3/16. So everything else should be the same. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on the end of this piece over here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that 3/8 all the way up to the depth that I need to go, which is 735 thousandths. I'll go from the end. I'll face the end and go 735 for the 3/8. Yesterday I wasn't out here. Didn't feel up to it again. Feel pretty good this morning, so figured I'd hurry up and get out here before I start feeling crappy. Actually, I feel pretty good this morning. It's pretty touchy though. Can't touch the side of my face at all on the one side, so which I don't think that's gonna get any better. Doesn't seem to be anyway. Alright, let's put the tool bit in here. Should have had tool bit in here all ready to go, but not me. So I want a high speed bit and one that I can get up to a corner. Get a radius one. I don't want one with a radius. I'd like to have a square cornered one. We'll try this one right here. Do have some welded on aluminum in them. No, that's too big for this holder, darn it. I need to order some high-speed tool bits. Got everything ground up that I don't want to change, and you know, I don't want to mess this up, don't want to mess that up. Now, I don't know if this is going to be able to reach in there without turning my tool post. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn my tool post. Alright, let's turn the tool post. And like I said, I'd like to either, you know, if I went with a hex nut and then got a wrench that I could put on there, that might work. That I could leave in there all the time so that I could turn it and then lock it. And the only thing is, it has to be over here somewhere on the tightening because of my clamp. Alright, I haven't had it running today. I've got it pretty cool in the shop because coolness actually makes my head feel a little bit better. So I want to run it in low again for a little bit. So I'm going to put it in 200 RPM. I'll run that a little bit, get the oil circulating. Just a habit of mine. Not saying that it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, but to me it would seem to be the right thing to do. Get oil into the bearings and stuff. You know, because that's got to all drain down. Because there's only, I think, about that much oil in the bottom here. kick it up to 1,000. Alright, I'm going to face that off first. Why am I loosening that? Why did I loosen that? Alright. Face the end off first. That'll work. I want to see if I can get in past the shoulder of my cutter. Oh, got to turn a little more. That ought to work. And I'm going to come over here and touch. And then zero my travel dial out. And I want to go 700, I thought I said 735. Correct? 200. Yep, 735 thousandths is what I want to go. All right. And I want to take that down to 3/8. I'm just going to put a mark on there, just a cheater's mark. You know, if I had a readout, I wouldn't do that. I don't have a readout. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the numbers on the travel dial. Take it right there and see how it cuts. I don't like about using a chuck. I don't like using a chuck is it wraps up the chips like that. Unless you get it, unless you feed enough to do a chip break. But then you got to have a heavier feed. 35. Okay. All right. That didn't cut too bad, so I'm going to take 200. I'm going to do a 200th thou cut. I think I'm going to slow the RPM down. Down to 800. Kind of a weird looking finish on there. Another 200. Slow the feed rate down a little bit. Maybe had some weld on the tool, that's why weird finish. get a little bit of a weld up on the tool, and you get a, it'll still cut, but it gives you a really nasty finish. Just gonna quick check it with the calipers. Let's see where I'm at. I am at about 950. Another thing is I can't wear a hat, so you'll notice if I get into the shot, you see the my bald head in the way. All right, so I'm gonna go another 200. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little coolant on it this time. I want to get these to finish and see where I'm at. Keep that tool cool, and that's pretty nice. Oh, get out of there. I can't see anything. Can't see anything when you could try to grind a chip break in that tool, but yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess with that tool. Right, so where are we at now? Should be at 750. You'll see. Or somewhere about. We are at 756. 200. The chip barrel is right over there, so I keep throwing the chips into the barrel. What I should do is just take a pencil, a marker, and mark a line. I do that every now and then. If I get up here to a finish spot where I want to go every time, I'll just put a mark, down in here. That way I can see where I'm at. Just another little cheat that I do. Same thing on the mill, but I don't have to do that anymore now with the digital readout. We are at 557. I'm going to go 50. 507 or around there. 508. 100. Left a mark. I'm not exactly sure if my tool post moved. But we're going to take a pass there and not move it. See, I think my tool post might have moved a little bit. When I came up to that shoulder. I'm going to feed out. That definitely moved. It definitely moved a little bit because I banged into that shoulder a little bit. And I don't have this real tight. So we're going to set up here again. It still says 0. All right. I was at 150. 150. Right there's where I was at. And how much do I got to go? 20 should be about 25 thou. This dimension isn't critical. It's just whatever, you know. So 29 thousandths to go. 10, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Finish pass. Then we'll turn 3/16 for a 1032. And I'm going to go to 40. Lock it. Just want to clean the shoulder up good. That's what you're going to be looking at. That'll be set upward. Alright, so now we need to go and turn the 3/16. I'm going to take a break here and turn the furnace on because I don't want to be standing here when the furnace is running. Getting pretty cool, so I'm going to shut this camera off over here. Wasn't running. Darn it. Well, this one was running. Oh, I'm going to turn it on. Okay, I had the furnace on for a while. Now we're going to turn to 3/16 diameter. So I'm touch off on the end here, still at 0. And now we just want 200 thou. So we're at 375. We'll take a light cut here. Or 187. We are at 375. I'm just going to take 100. We'll sneak up on it. Sneaking up on it. We are at 250. We'll take a 50. Let's see where we're at. And we are at 203. We want to go to 87, so $13,000, 10, 12. I have this alarm set for my medicine. I got carbamazepine. I gotta go take that, so I will be back after I take my medicine. Okay, I should be good for 6 hours now. And where were we at here? We are at 85. We are at 90, 93, right?
Yep, 93, so got about 6 thou to go. Right there. Now, I could single point this, but I really don't want to. It's just a short little stub up to his shoulder, so single point tool is set up. I'm going to put a chamfer on the end. And I think I'm going to just take a die after it. 1032 die. $6.32. Looking for a 1032. Right here. 1032. I wish I had a holder to hold these. I keep meaning to make one. I don't think I made one for this size. Or did I? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I get the Allen wrench to tighten it up in there. I was going to make a whole set for all my dies, and it's another one of those, if I ever get time. And I just never seem to find the time. But this will fit in a drill chuck. And we'll roll her up here. And I'll just turn the chuck by hand. Actually, I want to take this out. Slide that up. Loosen that up. Let's get this in a neutral. And tighten up the drill chuck. Should have put some oil on that. Yep. Came loose. Came loose in my die. I'm going to turn that die around. Turn that die around so it's more up against the shoulder. I got a knurled on the outside so that can do that. This is what I should have put a little Molly D on that. Ran it in there dry. That's not good. Oop. Slipped. Let's go here. Got some chips in there in the way. Get the air hose and give it a shot of air. Oh, it isn't over here yet. Got it on my floating spindle, my air bearing spindle. Sharpening end goes. Give this another little out here. I'd like to get the threads up as far as I can, although I can just put a bigger chamfer on the mating part. This is where the blades will attach. Pretty close. I could have put a thread relief in there too, I guess. That should do it. I just want to take a 1032 nut and put on there just to see, make sure that it's will run up all the way to the shoulder. It should. It should run all the way up to the shoulder. Let's see here. Yeah, it's within 10-15 thousandths. That's good enough. Like I say, I'll put a chamfer on the mating part, countersink it a little bit deeper, and it'll be fine. So, now, although I could take and put a thread relief in there. Thinking about it. I don't have one set up. Could go in there with my part off blade. Oh, I need to chamfer this a little bit too. Chamfer tool. I'll just hit it with a file. This tool is set up for the other direction. Well, that's okay. Let's get it straight though with the world. And turn it on. Go back, shift her back into gear. That's better. Alright, so that's one. I just part it off. But before I do that, I'm going to flip it around and do one on the other side also. Yep. Yeah. That sounds like a plan. Get one on each side.